Are we recording?
We are recording. Are you going to start us off?
Well, let's pretend. Let's do what we did before we started recording. Let's pretend we're checking our microphones.
Oh,
check,
fine.
check, check, check,
Checkity,
check, checkity, check,
checkity,
check.
check,
Gregory
check.
Peck. Gregory Peck.
Gregory Peck.
Let's be Gregory Peck.
Oh, okay. I'm Gregory Peck. I've got no chemistry with Audrey Hepburn and Roman Holiday. I don't know why everybody likes that movie so much, but I think it's really, really lame.
I've never seen it, actually.
Oh my God, it's weird. They have no online chemistry. On-screen chemistry. They also have no online chemistry. You know why? That was before the internet. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. My name is Greg Benson.
My name is Craig Benson.
Oh my God, what a beautiful singing voice I have.
That was me who did that.
I know. I'm just saying that I have a beautiful singing voice. I also heard you sing.
I'm sure you do have a beautiful singing
voice. Oh, it's lovely.
Voice.
When you guys were here in town, your wife even remarked on my beautiful singing voice.
Oh, did she?
Yeah,
What
she
did you sing?
I don't even remember. I was listening to some. You know how sometimes you listen to music, you have a song stuck in your head, and then you're like, I think I'll just keep singing that, and that's what I was doing.
Well, yeah, you do that a lot, actually. You do sing songs. Usually songs from like the 70s.
Well, I love songs from the 70s. I like all kinds of music. I like things that existed before I was born, which not a lot of people listen to things and watch movies.
Everything that existed before I was born. I hate everything.
My case in point. By the way, I want to welcome people to this podcast, the number 123 most popular comedy podcast of Denmark. Yes, that's right. Wow. You heard us right, folks. There are only 122 podcasts that are more popular as far as comedy goes in Denmark right now than this one that you were listening to. So congratulations on your excellent choice.
What do you think number one is in Denmark?
Probably some Danish something. Probably something in Danish. Do you ever eat a Danish?
I've had Danishes, but I generally try to stay away from baked goods because I'm allergic to tree nuts.
Oh, I understand that. Also, they have a lot of butter for you in there. So if you got high cholesterol, then baked foods aren't the best thing for you.
Okay.
How's your cholesterol, Craig? We never talk about that.
Well, we don't talk about it because it's not noteworthy. There's nothing to say, really. My cholesterol's fine.
Yeah. Hey, why don't you ask me about my cholesterol?
Oh, okay. How's your cholesterol, Greg?
Fine.
Okay, cool. They say that like eggs, for a while there, people were worried that would cause high cholesterol, but studies seem to show it's not that big a deal. And I eat eggs every day.
It's not that the studies have changed; it's that eggs have changed. Back in the 70s and 80s, eggs were really bad for you, and then eggs started being better for you, and now they're pretty good. Oh,
so no one did anything; they just changed.
Yeah, eggs just changed. Sometimes eggs change.
I mean, yeah, evolutionarily speaking, probably.
Yeah. If people can change, then eggs can change. After all, people do. I mean, people do come from eggs, so it makes perfect sense.
That's not true. But do you think people can change? Do you think that's true?
Yeah, absolutely. People can change their clothing. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, Greg is getting up and he's dancing around like an idiot.
Oh my God!
Okay, Are you coming back? Are you back?
Oh my God, that was good. I had like when you come up with a line that good, you got to run around to celebrate.
You probably should when you come up with a line that's good. Yeah. How
you been, Craig? I haven't seen you or talked to you in over a week, which is unusual for us.
Last time I talked to you, we recorded it.
Yes, and that was 8 days ago.
We have exchanged texts here and there.
Yes, we did. I sent you a couple just for you to check out. You sent me a couple. It's a nice text exchange.
Yeah, I feel like you didn't need to describe that at all. That was, I feel like that was already implied.
I use my fingers sometimes. Sometimes I do speech to text. I talk into my phone and then it turns my speaking into words.
Yeah, people are aware of that.
That appear on the screen.
Yeah.
I don't understand why more people don't use that. It's highly convenient.
Well, maybe they do. You're not around all people when they're texting.
I don't know, man. I was watching that show, Hacks, and the lead actress in that, she, like, in one scene, she makes fun of another guy for using speech to text. I'm like, why are you making fun of him? Like, that's the fastest, easiest way to text someone. Hold up your phone and you go, hello, I would like to text you now. You just say things like that. Hang on. I'll show you.
You don't have to say it like that.
Hang on, I'm going to text you just a second. Hang on.
Okay. You don't have to.
Hello, I would like to text you now.
Okay. Well.
Okay, I just texted you.
Okay.
Feel free to read that. I mean, just so people know that it works.
It says, "How low I would like to text you now." So, and I'm getting a text from a different person. So,
okay, now that's not me. I never text as a different person. But why don't you answer the question?
Okay.
How low?
How low?
How low I would like to text you now? Why don't you answer that? It's a question. If it starts with how, then it's a question, obviously.
Wait a second here. How low I would like to text you now? How is that? Like, how do I answer that question?
Listen, I only ask the questions. I don't answer them. It's up to you to answer them. I can't live your life for you, Craig.
Wait, so are you saying, is it like, should there be a period or a question mark after how low and then a statement? So like, how low, question mark, I would like to text you now.
No, you're making it more complicated than it has to be. The whole thing is a question. Just answer the question, yes or no.
It's not a yes or no question.
Would you answer the question, yes or no?
I will answer the question, yes. And the answer is average height. Average height. Okay.
Speaking of average height, this episode is being sponsored today by Fritos, the original corn chips. They're okay.
What does this have to do with average height, Greg?
Well, no, because
you've been getting away with this transition for far too long, and I'm going to start calling you out on it every time.
No, don't. That's my thing. I use transitions to make the episode flow smoothly.
That doesn't flow smoothly. You're just saying, speaking of whatever we were talking about, and then saying a new thing.
Speaking of saying a new thing, this episode is sponsored by Fritos, the original corn chips. I guess they're all right.
Okay, that transition did work. Okay, that was...
Yeah.
All right. Can't call you out on that.
Yeah.
So, again, how much money are we getting for this sponsor?
God, why does everything have to be about money with you? Why are you so concerned with... Can't you just do a sponsorship without being concerned about the money? Just do it for the fun of it.
Because that's the entire point. I mean, sometimes you just might want to promote a product and they happen to pay you.
Can't you do it for the love of sponsorships, Craig? That's what I ask you. Yes or no?
Nobody likes commercials, Greg. Nobody likes them.
Some people do. Yes or no?
No. Well, okay, yes. Some people do. Yes, you're right.
All right. I rest my point, as they say in court.
I mean, I try to make my commercials as entertaining as possible.
Yeah.
You, it seems, try to make up commercials when we don't even have a sponsor.
Whoa. Who says we don't have a sponsor? This episode is sponsored by Fritos, the original corn chips. If you don't have anything else to snack on, I guess they'll do.
Greg.
Uh-huh.
I really hope this isn't a real sponsorship because I'm not getting any money. I'm not seeing any money.
Again.
I'm not passionate about...
All I hear from you is money. I want money.
That is what sponsors are about.
That's all I'm hearing from you.
Not passionate about Fritos. I'm not going to just spread the love of Fritos for no reason.
I'm sorry.
It sounds like you're not either.
I'm sorry that you're not passionate about Fritos because this episode is sponsored by Fritos, the original corn chips. Honey, why did you buy these?
Now, how many ad spots did they buy?
3. That was the third one.
And okay, and that was a very odd talking point as well.
I think, honey, why did you buy these? Actually sums up Fritos, the original corn chips, because why does anyone buy them? I mean, seriously, why? Does anyone ever crave Fritos?
I mean, they're not bad. I kind of like Fritos. Okay.
I mean, but listen to you, not bad. I kind of like, I mean.
Okay, but there was a time when I actually craved the chili Fritos, the chili flavored Fritos.
You know, the chili flavored Fritos they're pretty good actually. Like there was this one taco place we used to go to, and it was right across the street from a 7-Eleven. And my buddy and I would always go across the street, get some of those, bring them back to the taco place, and just sit there and eat them. And then the taco place, they'd always look at us and go like, "Are you guys going to order any tacos?"
Yeah,
you know,
that seems terrible. Actually, that you didn't order tacos.
Well, they had very comfortable seating. It was shaded outside in the shade, very comfortable. Some benches with sort of a soft.
Wait,
like
and
a
this was a taco place.
It was taco place, yeah, taco place, yeah.
Did you feel like you wanted to go to a taco place because Fritos? You thought that was like a
well, no, as I said, they were right across. If you just listen to the story, they were right across the street from the 7-Eleven. So we used to go over there. We used to buy the chili flavored Fritos. Bring them over, and sometimes we'd be at the taco place, and we would want a drink with our Fritos. So of course, we would walk back across the street to the 7-Eleven, buy a drink, bring it back over to the taco place, and enjoy it there with our Fritos. I mean, come on, it just makes sense.
You could, the people at the taco place are paying rent for their.
Not anymore. That place is out of business.
Okay. Yeah.
That place went out of business several years ago.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know, man. I never tried their tacos, so I don't know how good they were.
Okay, that could be why. Maybe you weren't the only ones.
I mean, every time we'd go there, there'd be a lot of people eating Fritos. I know that. So I mean, Fritos was doing really well with those chili flavored Fritos.
Great.
Yeah. You get like a medium sized bag of those. I think they're like $1.19. I'm just guessing. I don't really remember that. I'm just guessing they were $1.19.
If you're gonna get a bag of something, Greg, what are you gonna get? What are you going to get? Now it's not Fritos, clearly, but what would it be?
Farts. A bag of farts.
Okay.
As
a snack.
No, not as a snack. I'm not going to eat a bag of farts. Come on, man. Now, you're not making any sense. I'm not going to sit around eating a bag of farts.
Okay.
That's disgusting.
Okay. Well, then why would you get a bag of farts?
Because they're hilarious. You open up a bag of farts on somebody that especially if it's someone you don't like, you come up behind them and you just bam, you just smash that bag of farts right in their face. Oh my God, it's hilarious. Their reaction is priceless.
Can you buy a bag of farts?
Absolutely, you can. Why wouldn't you be able to buy a bag of farts?
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, look it up.
Bag of farts.
It's bag o farts.
Shopping.
O apostrophe. Bag o farts.
Oh. A bag of zombie farts you can get. Cotton candy.
Just regular bag of farts.
Fart bomb bag.
Yeah, just
Little Stinker, the original bag of unicorn farts.
No, come on, it's ridiculous. Unicorns don't exist. I want real human farts. I want real human middle-aged man farts. That's what I want. That's what I want in bag form.
Well, there's something called fart bag, and
you're something called fart bag. Boom.
What? Oh,
gotcha.
I expected you to get up and dance around again, but
it wasn't that good. It wasn't as good as my other one.
Do you remember what your other one was?
No, I don't remember. I don't remember at all. It's too bad.
Change your clothes. That was it.
Whoa!
What? No, Greg.
Whoa!
Greg, you already did the celebration. He's getting up again.
Yeah.
Greg, you don't.
That was a good one.
You didn't need to celebrate that the first time.
Sometimes I just like to do things for people who are watching the video version of this on the YouTubes. Do you ever watch the YouTubes?
Yeah, it's just YouTube, and I make YouTube videos, Greg.
What?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Well,
no, I mean, what's your
process
from conception to completion?
Well, it sort of depends, Greg. It sort of depends. I got challenge videos that are a staple these days
because they're a challenge to watch. Am I right?
I mean, no, they're I try to make them very entertaining.
Okay,
actually,
all right.
I mean, that was insulting.
Yeah, it was kind of rude, wasn't it?
So if it's a challenge video, I will do the challenge.
Because they're
for
a challenge to watch.
Okay, you said it, Greg. You said it. Yeah. All right. So I will do the challenge throughout the month. You look like you're ready to say it again.
You're waiting. I don't know, what you're talking about. Listen, I don't believe in the rule of threes.
All right.
I believe in the rule of twos.
Okay. Well, then I'll take the challenge and I'll edit it together.
Because
all the
they're a
footage
challenge to watch.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Boom. Turns out I do believe in the rule of threes.
I just thought of a challenge video I could do, which
what's that?
I talk to Greg every day for a month.
Now that is challenging. I can't even talk to myself every day for a month.
We should do a video. We should do a co-challenge video.
Okay.
What would that be? What would that be, Greg? I want you to come up with the idea for my channel.
Oh, okay. All right. Here's a challenge video. Here's an idea for your channel. I've suggested this to you before, and I don't know why you haven't done it. Abstain from sex for 5 years straight.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 years straight, no sex whatsoever, and no masturbating either. That's a cheat.
Okay. That's not a good. I mean, there's a lot of problems with this video.
And you have to, and the video has to be in real time.
No, that's much worse. But first of all, 5 years is too long.
Yeah, but here's the deal.
For any challenge video, because I think I just don't want to have to do a thing for 5 years.
All right,
even though this would be not doing a thing.
All I'm hearing is laziness. All I'm hearing is you are too lazy to do a 5-year video. And here's the deal. It has to be in real time because people have to be able to see you 24 hours a day just to verify that you have not had any sex.
So I have to be surveilled for 20. I feel like that in and of itself is a challenge.
You know what? What's weird? I am 54 years old, and I have never, ever heard anyone use the word surveilled.
Huh. I knew you were going to say something about that word when I said it out loud.
Yeah, well, it's because that is an unusual word. I hear surveillance a lot, but I don't ever hear surveilled. It sounds like a man getting married and he's wearing a veil.
Guess what? I looked it up. It's a real word, Greg.
Like he's a knight. He's a knight who wears a veil. Surveilled.
Oh, I mean, I kind of like that. Actually,
that's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Surveilled, but surveilled is a real word, Greg.
Okay.
And you didn't need to make a big deal out of it because you just completely hijacked the conversation.
I don't know about that. I don't.
We're never going to get to this idea, are we, Greg?
I don't even remember what the conversation was. So how could I possibly hijack?
We never talk deeply about anything, Greg. We just jump from one thing to another.
Speaking of jumping from one thing to another, this episode is sponsored by Fritos, the original corn chips. Fritos.
You said there were only three spots.
I know, but
why you do it?
That last one was just a bonus. I just did a free bonus for them.
You're just that passionate about Fritos.
I have that lack of passion.
Greg, can we have a real conversation that we stick to, that we just talk about for a while?
Yeah. As soon as this podcast is over, that's what we always do. We end the podcast, and then you and I have deep, meaningful conversations. That's what we do.
We do. And they're very interesting.
They really are. They're much more fascinating than the things that we try to discuss on this one.
I know.
And I say try to discuss because as much as I try to keep this on the rails, I feel like Craig at every step you derail the whole process and it goes off into, as they call it, Neverland.
Are you familiar with projection, Greg? Are you familiar with?
Yeah. I have a projector.
Yeah. I know, but it's when you project onto someone else. You are doing.
I think a screen is much better. Much better to use a screen. Or your wall. If you have a smooth wall, you can just project onto your wall, but you have to paint it like a silver screen color.
Okay, is it time for bonus talking?
All right.
This portion of Two Guys Talking About Lettuce has been edited out for your listening inconvenience. If you wish to hear the complete, unedited version with the bonus talking, be sure to visit patreon.com/Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. And now, back to the edited, not as good version of the podcast.
And that's the end of the bonus talking section on Patreon. That was great. We got into some deep stuff.
We sure did barely get into a few small things, as well as talk about the upload process of our bonus section.
Yeah, it was exciting. I think it's exciting for anybody. By the way, I want to just point out that we could use some more patrons at our Patreon, because here's the deal. Our Patreon costs $3 a month. And for that, you get the bonus sections and you get these podcasts like 4 days early. You get them on a Wednesday instead of the following Sunday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, it's 4 days early. So, and it's only $3 a month. So you'd think that people would come along and they'd be like, all right, here's $3 a month. I'll give you that $3 every month for the rest of my life. But no, we've had 3 patrons who've already left. They've left the Patreon. They've left
You're
Patreon.
kidding.
What's that
You're
all about?
kidding. How many patrons do we have now?
I don't know, 1.6 million, something like that.
Oh my god! $1.6 million.
I think we have 1.6 million.
We're making $3,018 a month.
Over 3 million.
On Patreon.
Yeah. I was gonna look, but I don't want to. I would just block your screen if I was just looking.
Well, I'm gonna look.
Yeah, you go ahead and look.
I won't block your screen because I'm a good friend.
I'm not sure exactly how many we have. I think it's probably around 1.6 million.
Well, give or take, right?
Yeah.
I don't even know where to find the amount.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right. I'll open up.
Patreon always be changing, you know?
Patreon be changing. Yeah, they'd be making the changes. Man, we're good with words.
Yeah. So Greg, speaking of lettuce.
Look at that. Can you hear that? I'm over COVID, but I still have the cough.
Oh yeah, how's that going?
Fine. The cough lingers a little bit. But we're all tested negative and we're all feeling fine, just a little bit of a cough.
I'm okay. I'm okay, everybody. Don't worry about me. I'm okay.
Well, good.
I went and got a massage yesterday to celebrate. I'm over COVID. It had been 3 days over COVID, and so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to go get a massage. I went and got myself a massage. I got in the room, didn't even put a mask on because I know I'm okay for like a month or two.
Did you put clothes on? Did you have clothes on?
I did not. I was getting a massage. You take your clothes off when you get a massage.
But when you arrived there, you had your clothes on.
Why bother? I'm just going to take them off.
Okay.
I left them in my car.
That's what I thought.
I walked through the parking lot, walked in. They're like, sir. I'm like, what? Don't make a big deal. It's just nature. And I went in. Can I just tell you, there's the one thing that I always enjoy telling the massage therapist when I'm in the middle of a massage, and I recommend this to all of you because their reaction is it's so lovely and priceless.
Okay. I can't wait.
You just say to them, I can tell by the way that you're touching me that you really love me. You know, I mean,
okay. All
you know,
right.
because especially like when they're really being gentle with you and they're really getting like some really nice spot, and you're like, oh, I can just tell you love me so much. Because you can tell by the way someone touches you. You can tell if they love you or not.
Greg, don't say that to them because they don't know. No, that's their job. Their job is to
love me. Someone's job is to love me.
No, I mean, I don't know. What do you think love is?
Look, I know that their job is to massage me, but it's the way that they touch me. You can tell. Like someone won't just touch you that way if they don't love you.
Yeah. Yes, they might. They might just be really good at giving massages. That's all
right. Whatever, man.
I think you're misunderstanding. That you're getting. I mean, it's certainly possible. I guess it's possible that this person loves you. But it's very doubtful. Very doubtful.
I mean, especially if while they're massaging you, if they just whisper in your ear, I love you.
Yes. Okay.
I love you so much.
I would still question whether they love you.
Why? Just because they know they'll get a better tip if you think that they love you?
No, I just think that might not be love what they're feeling, whatever it is.
I did give her a really good tip.
Okay.
Yeah. I tipped her $4.5 million.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but it's okay. I put it on my credit card, so I don't have to pay it all at once. I mean, I don't have that kind of money. So I'll pay it off like every month, like another $20 or something.
So how can you put that much on a credit card? You can't. I
got one of those. I got one of those unlimited credit cards. You can charge anything you want.
How did you get that?
You know, you just apply. You know, I went to unlimitedcreditcard.com and I applied.
Whatever card you have, Greg, is not what you think it is.
No, it is. And when you apply, it also makes you legally a minister, and you can marry anyone you want. So now I can marry people.
So it's a card and a ministry application?
Something like that. Something like that. Yeah. And it comes with 3 free boxes of cereal.
Now, when you paid for this massage and you gave this tip.
Yeah.
Like what was can you walk me through the process that
Sure.
with this card?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, first of all, I was naked, so I had to keep the card,
Okay.
you know
Right.
where. You know, that's
Oh my God.
The,
Oh my God.
The only way. The
Can't
only
you
way
just carry it? Can't you just carry it in your hand?
No, my hands were busy.
Doing what?
Yeah, well, we won't talk about that.
Oh my God. All right.
So, anyway, listen, it's a complicated process. I'm sure anyone who's gotten a massage is familiar with the whole process. You walk in naked.
no.
You got you got the card on your butt crack. Your hands
Yeah.
are busy. If you know what I'm saying, wink, wink. And
Okay, sure.
by the
Yeah.
way, by the way, I just want to point out it's not sexual. The whole you know
Oh.
what I'm saying, wink, wink. That is not sexual.
It's not.
No, not at all. Don't be gross. Don't be gross, Craig.
But you're talking about what you're doing with your hands while you're standing there naked.
Wink, wink.
Okay, it's not what are you doing then?
Just trying to get whatever is in my eye out because I keep winking. There's obviously something in my eye, and so my eyes are just being. I'm using both hands to rub my eye because I had something in my eye. Wink, wink.
So you're carrying your card in your butt
Yeah, in the
that
butt
you can
crack,
rub-
not
while
inside, not inside the butthole, but in my butt crack.
while you're rubbing your eyes.
Yeah.
And then you take the card out to pay.
Yes.
And what do they do with the card when you hand it to them?
They just they swipe it, or some like if it has one of those chips in it, then they just hold it up to the reader and it goes
Sure.
bing.
Okay, and then it asks you for a tip.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
assume?
and you type in $4.5 million. You have to spell out million, and then
You have to spell out million.
You spell it out.
You don't put you don't put zeros.
You actually spell out the whole thing.
Okay.
FOURPOI.
Okay.
N.
Okay,
T.
that's okay. Sure. And then you
I.
and
V.
then what? And
E.
then no, you don't have to spell it all. You
Okay,
don't have to
I'm just.
spell it all.
I mean, if
Yeah.
you wanted the whole process. I'm just telling
No.
you what you have to do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. Then you hit enter.
Oh,
then,
by the way, Craig, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Did I tell you that I got a massage yesterday?
yes, you did tell me that.
I did. Okay, I don't
Yeah.
really remember. It was
Are you?
great. It was great.
Are you all right?
Felt
Are you
good.
all right, Greg?
I am all right. I feel good.
Okay, so I don't think you actually tipped $5 million.
I don't
whatever
know,
it was.
I don't know how it works. I don't know. Listen, it's money.
Yeah.
I normally don't deal with money. I'm
Okay,
kind of
obviously,
like
yeah.
the Pope. Do you think the Pope ever carries even a wallet with him? I bet he doesn't. I bet the Pope does not ever have a wallet on him.
Huh. I wonder. I doubt it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what's the Pope need money for? Like, wherever he goes, people are going to be like, hey, here's a nice slice of pizza for you, Mr. Pope. And
So
then
they're
he's-
Italian when
well,
he.
well, of course
the
they're.
people
Well, the
he-
Pope is Italian or Sicilian or whatever. I don't know. I don't
So
really
wait,
know
no. So the people who are selling to him, they're just
Yeah.
trying to speak like him.
He's
Is that-
in Italy. He's in Italy.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he lives in Italy. Haven't you ever
But
been
he
to
goes-
the?
he
haven't
goes
you ever
all
been
over
to
the world.
Haven't you ever been to the Pope House? I've been to the Pope House.
I've not been to the Vatican. No, have you been
It's
to
called
the
the
Vatican?
Pope House, and I have been
Okay.
there.
Okay.
And by the
You've
way,
been-
that's the title of this episode, Pope House.
Okay.
So yes, I have been
Yeah.
to the Pope House.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. When my
But Greg-
wife and I
Yeah,
went to Italy years ago, we wanted to
Yeah.
go and visit the Pope House, which is in Pope House City. And
No, it's Vatican it's the Vatican in Vatican City.
okay.
Actually.
I mean, you call it whatever you want. And
All right.
and one thing that you learn about Italians is when you go and you stand in line like an orderly person,
Yeah.
Italians, they just get in front of you in line. They do. That's a very
Oh.
common thing. So we didn't have much time when it was time to go visit Pope House. So
Yeah.
we went right to the front of the line and we just stood in front of, we waited to hear Italian accents and we stood in front of Italians.
Okay.
It's sort of payback. We cut
Wow.
in front of a blocks long line, and I'm not even joking. My wife and I cut in front of blocks of people, mostly Italians, maybe. I don't, unless there were a lot of tourists. Probably a lot of
Okay.
tourists.
Yeah. So it probably wasn't all Italians. So it wasn't really payback.
We just did it.
Actually.
I mean, we
just-
did it.
You were just being bad people, is what
Yeah,
you're
we
saying.
were bad people. Yeah, but we didn't have much
Okay.
time. Listen. When you don't have much time, it's fine. You get to do whatever you want.
were being. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's like
So if
whenever
don't
you
have
see,
much-
whenever you see people driving recklessly on the street, they're speeding,
Yeah.
they're cutting people off. Hey, give those people a break. They don't have much time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's usually the reaction. That's the common reaction.
Yeah,
that people
usually
have.
when I see that, I'm like, oh, that person's in a hurry. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that person really should. I hope they get where they're going on
Yeah.
time, and
Yeah.
I completely understand.
Yeah.
That's usually how it goes.
And a lot of times, if
Mhm.
you approach like a red light and you see that they're in front of you and they've gotten stuck at the red light, a lot of times I'll just get out of the car and I'll stop traffic the other direction. I'll just stand in the middle of the intersection, stop the traffic, and I will wave them through.
Yeah.
Wave them through because
Now,
they're
are
in a
you wearing
hurry.
clothes in this scenario?
Of course I am. Don't be stupid. Of course I'm wearing clothing. I'm not going on my way to get a massage or anything.
Okay. All right. So you were a bad person in the Vatican,
Yeah.
like right close to the Pope. Did you
Yeah.
see the Pope when you got there?
Absolutely, I did.
Yeah. And
Yep.
did you confess? Did you confess your sin?
I'm not a confessor, but I just I just
Okay.
gave him a hug. He was really nice. He was passing out the pamphlets as you walk in. It's all about the Vatican.
I don't think that
or
was the
whatever you
Pope.
call it.
I don't think that was.
No. She was.
No.
She definitely was. She was really nice too. You
No,
could tell
the
that
Pope
she's.
is a man.
Okay, well now I feel like you're.
No. I'm not saying the Pope has to be a man. I'm saying
Yeah.
the Pope is a man.
Okay, all right. Again, I feel like you're assigning gender to a person. Is what I feel like you're doing.
I'm pretty sure the Pope identifies as a man.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Regardless, you're saying that the person passing out pamphlets
Yeah.
identifies as a woman.
It was an old woman. I mean, I didn't ask her,
Yeah.
but she was wearing the Pope hat and everything. So, and she was in the Pope
but you
house.
assumed it was a woman.
Yeah, she's wearing the Pope hat. She's in the Pope house, and she said "Welcome to the Vatican. I'm the Pope. Here's your pamphlet." And I gave
She
her
said this.
I gave her a big hug. Yep.
Okay, this might have actually just been someone who wasn't all there mentally. That
All right. I don't know. I sometimes, Craig, I don't know what to say to you.
okay, yeah. I feel like you have no problem coming up with something to say.
I feel like everything I say to you is wrong. And you're going to be the first person to point it out. Like, I can say anything I want on this podcast, and you're the only one who ever speaks up and says something about it.
Well, I'm the only other person here. So there I am doing it again. Look at that.
Yeah, you just did it again. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow. You're right. You know what? I should probably be more open with you. I'll let you talk. I'll go with the flow a little bit more. Let's try that.
Speaking of going with the flow, this episode is sponsored by Fritos.
Great transition.
The
Greg,
original
great transition.
corn chips. Just go with the flow, folks.
I'm
Just
so
go
glad.
with the flow.
I'm so glad we got Fritos as a sponsorship.
Yeah. Listen, sometimes you got to do these sponsorships from the heart.
Yeah. And if you're passionate about Fritos or not, I'm so glad that we have them as a sponsorship.
I'm so not passionate about them.
Okay.
In fact, a lot of times I sit around going, "Why do Fritos exist?"
Okay, that's
Do you-
great.
do you ever do that?
But you chose to have them as a sponsorship. Yeah, actually, I sit around and I think about why Fritos exists. Naked, actually, while I'm getting a massage.
I feel like now you're just throwing things back into my face, but you don't really mean them.
Greg.
Yeah.
I'm being easygoing, going with the flow.
All right. Do you remember the TV show Flow? It was a spinoff of Alice. It took place in Mel's Diner.
I'm vaguely aware of it.
Yeah, there was a spinoff because
yeah.
Flo was the waitress. She used to say, "Kiss my grits," and then she had her own show for a while. It's called Flow.
I became aware of that show because of a line in the movie Dumb and Dumber.
Really? What was that?
It was just Jim Carrey referring to the waitress as Flo.
Oh, well, there you go.
And I was like, why is that a joke? And my dad said it was a TV show. And I said, oh, that's all I know about the show.
Man, your dad is just a plethora of information. He's a fountain of knowledge, as they say.
What else do you say? What else did I need to know in that situation?
It was a show. Speaking of shows, do you ever see the show Benson?
Yeah. So, Greg, I have some lettuce news.
Great. I was hoping you would.
I'm always trying to get the best, most trustworthy sources for all of our information.
Yeah.
And so on treehugger.com,
Sure. One of my favorite websites.
I found this article. Lettuce is stupid, and you shouldn't be eating it now anyway.
Wow, that sounds like already sounds like a good article.
Yeah. Basically, lettuce is. What do they say? They say
it's stupid, and you shouldn't be eating it.
Well, yeah, that's one thing, but it's like a vehicle to transport refrigerated water from farm to table. A head of iceberg lettuce has the same water content as a bottle of Evian. Is it Evian? Avion? Evian?
Ovion.
Ovion water, and only marginally more nutritious. And Ovion is easier to transport. So it's really bad, and it's mostly grown in Arizona, where they have little water. You have little water in California as well.
Yeah. We're gonna run out. Yeah, we're gonna run out of it.
When I was at your house, I had to leave my pee in your toilet.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't have to, you know.
Well, I did. I gladly left my pee in your toilet.
I know it's still here.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad you preserved that.
Yeah. That toilet hasn't worked in years.
It wasn't even attached to anything, was it?
No. We just filled it full of cement, so it doesn't even drain or anything.
No. But my pee is in there.
Yeah.
Anyway, they the point is lettuce is bad for the world, and it's not even that. And it takes a lot of resources to grow it, Greg.
Well, why in the world are we doing a podcast about it? I feel like we're promoting lettuce, and that makes us the bad guy.
Well, good thing is we are not really promoting lettuce. So
we're not? I mean, it's a whole podcast about. I mean, we do nothing on this podcast except talk about lettuce.
I want you to go to the website lettuceisstupid.com.
Okay. When do you want me to do that?
Right now.
Oh, all right. Hang on a second.
Lettuceisstupid.com.
Lettuceisstupid.com. Okay. I just typed it, and I'm waiting for it to load. Oh, and then you load it, and all it says is, it really is.
Yep.
That is now my favorite website.
Yep.
Wow. If anyone doesn't believe us, go to lettuceisstupid.com. It loads, and then it says it really is. I mean, that right there, can I just say that's money well spent?
Yeah, absolutely. They're paying yearly for this domain.
Yeah, you got to pay for the domain, you got to pay for the web hosting. And then you got to design that way. You got to pay a designer to design that website. You know, websites are not cheap. They can
I don't think they needed a designer.
They can cost hundreds of millions of dollars. So let's just go an average and say they paid like $150 million.
They probably paid nothing for a designer, Greg. There's just 3 words, very simple font up in the corner, all white otherwise.
I mean, are you a designer? I don't know if I could have done that.
I absolutely could have done that. And
wow. I didn't know I'm working with a genius.
Yeah, well, that's true. But now that we're sending all these people here, they're probably going to have to pay even more for their domain. So that's because we are the 123rd most popular comedy podcast in Denmark. So
we sure are. And maybe after this episode, maybe we'll move up to 122.
Well, you did have a couple of amazing jokes there.
I mean, I really did. They were so good. And they love Fritos in Denmark. They love them.
Do we want to recap the episode? Do you want to recap it for us?
Yeah. You and I got on. We talked about some bullshit, and then it was over.
That's every single episode. You managed to recap every episode.
I want to go ahead and read our latest 5-star review. There's a review by Fluttermom via Apple Podcasts, and it just popped up this past week. And Fluttermom says, I am a human being. By the way, finally someone specifies that they're a human being.
Yeah.
In their review. Thank you, Fluttermom. Fluttermom says, I am a human being who laughs herself to sleep listening to 2 guys talking about lettuce. My family thinks I'm nuts. which is amazing because you're allergic to nuts.
Yeah, and this has been my entire purpose here is I try to put my content out in the world and make people feel like other people think they're nuts. That's my goal.
Yeah.
And it's heartening to know that it's working.
Yeah. I have a bag of walnuts, and man, I think that's nuts.
Why? Why is that?
Because I just feel like it's literally nuts. Like every time I look at it, I pick up that bag and I go like, ugh, look at you. You are nuts. You're nuts. Yeah. I'm going to put you in my oatmeal. And then I'll make some steel cut oatmeal. I'll put that in along with some raisins, some cut up apples, some nutmeg,
and then
cinnamon.
Do you look at your raisins and you go, "You're raisins"?
Oh, no, that's silly. That's ridiculous. Why would you say such a thing? First of all, you never want... Listen, one of the things that I live by in life, you never want to offend your raisins, okay?
Well, why would that be offending your raisins? Speaking
of which, hang on. I have to write down the word raisins on a piece of paper. Hang on. Raisins. And then I'm circling it a couple of times. Okay, I wrote it down. Wrote it down right here.
Okay, why?
Just to remind me about raisins. Sometimes you need a reminder.
Okay, so why would saying raisins be offensive to raisins?
It's not that saying the word raisins is offensive. It's saying to a bag of raisins like, ugh, look at you. You are raisins.
Well, I didn't say it in that tone. I didn't say, ugh, look at you. Bunch of fucking raisins. I didn't say that.
Now you know what you've just done, Craig. You have just lost all of our listeners who are raisins.
Okay. I may have lost all of our listeners in the Vatican as well. Because of
all of our listeners in the Pope House and who live in the Pope House, and which is one person, by the way. There's only one person who lives there, and that's the Pope.
Okay.
And because I believe that all of his servants, the Pope has a lot of servants. They live in the servant house, but the Pope lives in the Pope House.
I didn't know you knew so much about the Vatican.
Didn't you hear that I visited there? I visited the place.
That's true.
They got a painting on the ceiling, and boy, do they get angry when you embellish it. When you climb up on the scaffolding and you paint like a smiley face, like it's like, that guy doesn't look too happy, and then you put like a little smiley face, and like, look, he's reaching out, touching the hand of God. He's gonna be happy, and I put a big smiley face with like big like horse teeth. Oh my God, they get furious.
You didn't actually do that, did you?
No, not as far as you know. Not as far as the police know.
All right. I feel like I would have heard about something like that if someone did that.
I think they painted over it. Is what I think. If you go back now to the Pope House and you look up at that ceiling, it's they have a lot of chapels there. That's the 16th one. So if you go into the 16th chapel and you look up at the ceiling. In the 16th chapel.
Well, you know what it is. I'm easygoing, Craig. That is totally the 16th chapel.
Yeah. So you go to the 16th chapel, you look up at the ceiling, and they're going to have painted over that horse mouth. And
okay,
it's going to look like a regular mouth, and he's not going to look all that happy either. He's going to look blasé. That guy is touching the hand of God. Is like, I did this last Thursday also. I think that's what it looks like. It's like, I do this every Thursday.
Back then, people didn't have to, emote so much. We weren't always just like, I'm so happy. Yay. People just, live their lives.
Yeah, but if you were going to pose for a picture touching the hand of God, at least at least look happy about it. You know what I mean? He and God posed for that picture like in an artist studio for weeks. To get that right.
The idea of posing for a picture was very different back then. In fact, most people probably never did it. So the idea of posing and smile, like that wouldn't happen because if you're going to pose for a picture, you're going to do it for hours.
Yeah.
Maybe days.
Are you a fan of Parker Posey?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's cute and very funny. She's done a lot of funny stuff. She has a nice face. You kind of want to take her face and you want to kind of smash her cheeks together a little bit and make her mouth kind of go like this and then go.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. Okay.
You kind of say
That's not what I was just thinking about. Movies she was in, like
Yeah.
Scream 3. I
Yeah.
wasn't thinking about smashing her face or
No,
anything.
it's I mean, not in a violent way. You push her cheeks together so her
Okay.
lips go.
Sure.
You know,
All right.
She likes it when you do that.
Oh, you've done that? You know Parker Posey?
Well, I don't know her, but I mean, I've done that
Yeah.
to her when I've run into her. Like in LA, you run into everybody. And
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, so if you go to her house, you knock on her door, she answers the door.
That's not
you
no,
reach
that's
out,
not
you go,
running in. That's not
Yeah, I ran into her at her house. And
No,
you
no.
go
that's stalking and I think assault as well.
Okay,
So,
what you call it what you want. I got one of those star maps,
Yeah.
and it doesn't warn you on the star maps. Do not go to Parker Posey's house and smash her cheeks together and make her go.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It does not say that on the. And I paid $10 for that star map.
Don't do that to anybody. Don't ever do that, actually. Ever.
Man.
Oh wait, I'm an easygoing Craig.
Yeah. I was going to
sure
say
that went well. I'm sure that went well, Craig. Greg, what is your name?
it doesn't matter.
Greg.
And
Okay.
no one knows for sure. No, because you and I have similar names. Nobody knows.
Nope. Nobody knows their name.
Nobody knows our name. I mean, because our names are so similar, as they say.
So if I meet someone on the street and I say Craig Benzine, they're like,
man.
I don't know.
Ugh.
I don't know.
Ugh, man, that is gross. Some people might be vegetarians. Do not meet anyone on the street. That's gross, man. That is gross.
How would you meet
You're
someone
going
on
to cover
the street?
them with meat. You're going to cover a stranger with it. You've just met them. You're going to cover them with cuts of raw beef. Disgusting.
Greg,
Disgusting.
Meet, MEET, is a very common word. It's very common.
Like you're just meeting someone. Why didn't you say
Yeah,
so?
yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize.
I think context cues would have really they were obvious. I feel like the whole thing was very obvious.
All right.
When you talk about meeting someone, in fact, meet is not a verb. Like MEAT is not a verb.
Well, if you'll excuse me, it's almost lunchtime, and I'm about to go meet a burger. If you know what I'm saying. Who's wrong now? MEAT. I'm going to go meet a burger. Otherwise, it's just two pieces of bun. It's just a bun and some cheese and lettuce or whatever. If you like lettuce, I'm not a fan of lettuce.
Meet a burger doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
that's
if
like
you put meat on a burger. You're going to make a burger.
You're going to put meat
on it.
on a burger.
Yes, you
So
meet
you're
a
gonna,
burger,
like, meat.
When you put the patty of meat down, you say, "Nice to meet you, burger." That's
okay.
That's what you do.
That's MEET.
MEAT. No, you've put the meat on the burger. Nice to meet you, and then you eat.
No.
Look, I don't want to argue. Especially since
a burger is meat, Greg.
I understand. I understand. But a burger has more to it than just meat. Otherwise, you're just eating a big pile of meat. Like
I agree.
If you go to a burger place, they give you a pile of meat on a plate. They go, "Here's your burger." You're like, "That's not a burger." A burger has like a bun and cheese and lettuce, tomato, pickle.
You bring
onion.
up an interesting point because you do refer to burger, like the patty, as burger. That is
I used to have a friend named Patty, and I used to refer to her as Burger.
Yeah,
you're right.
Sure.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, and then just go
now
with
you're making sense.
So when you say this is burger,
Yeah.
you're talking about the meat.
Yeah.
But when you say a burger, you're talking about the sandwich. But you're never saying meat. You're never saying MEAT referring to the burger. You don't have to do that. That doesn't make any sense.
You don't have to, but you do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
No.
Yeah, you do.
Maybe you do.
Yeah, you do. No, we both do.
No,
we
you
both,
do.
No, you
You
do.
do.
You
No,
do.
you
And that's
do.
the
No,
end
no.
of
Let
this
it.
week's Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. My name is Craig Benzine.
And I'm Greg Benson. I actually just instinctively said I'm Greg Benson. I didn't even think about what I was doing.
Thank you all for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful week. And please, don't let the bed bugs bite. Seriously,
Okay,
because they leave welts on your skin, and it's very unpleasant.
That had nothing to do with the rest of the episode, but I'm glad for that information.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.